what the position of the law is as regards appealing a court order, because that was what happened in Abia, where there was a question of whether an appeal actually equates a stay of execution. Can you throw more light on that for Nigerians?
Yeah, just like my learned friend said, Nigerians need to, even people who are very educated seem to be ignorant about the situation in Nigeria, but it's actually very straightforward. If there's an appeal, and in filing the appeal, the lawyer applies for a stay, then normally the judgment downstairs has to be stayed until the appeal is heard. This is actually straightforward. Just like he said, I mean, there's no confusion in Abia today as far as I'm concerned. The Court of Appeal has straightened everything and put all the other judgments at bay and made, I don't want to go into the details of what the judgment says, but the truth of the matter is that the judgment of the Court of Appeal stands.
Are you saying that INEC had erred in giving that certificate of return to
INEC obeyed court order.
So there's no blame on INEC?
Whether you blame them or not, but whatever they did had been resolved by the Court of Appeal now.
No, that's why we're reviewing all of those processes.
There's no need to go back and start reviewing all those things, because there is a current state now.
There was a need to go back, barrister.
And that supersedes
everything that has been. You know why INEC gave the certificate?
You know why we need to go back?
Okay.
Because whether you agree with it or not, there's a repetition of history here. It might not be even within the electoral point of view, but it's happening everywhere. Just last week, there were also different court rulings about the PDP convention.
Because there is no way the Federal High Court has different courts.
Okay.
If the politicians are the ones causing the problem, it's not the judges. For example, the PDP campaign you're talking about, Sheriff went to a court in Abuja to get an injunction. What I expected PDP to have done is go to that same court, challenge the order that was given, and fight it there. But rather than do that, they rush to Port Harcourt. The judge in Port Harcourt is not likely to know that something, and the rule of law is that you decide on the facts that are before you, not what is somewhere else. What is filed before you is what you decide.
But when you say...
Then another person goes to another court. What is the judge supposed to do? He decides on what is in front of him. The politicians are the ones causing the trouble. The rule is, and maybe us lawyers too, maybe what we need to do is to advise our clients. Oh, there's already a case that Sheriff filed in Abuja. There's an injunction that has been given there that we don't agree with. The law allows you to go there and say, okay, this thing was given ex parte. We want to vacate it.
I'm happy you're talking about that, because
you want to vacate it rather than go to another show, and maybe that gives the impression that, oh, this or that court probably has given you the promise that we're going to give you something that creates a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
It is impossible for, in a wide country like Nigeria, there are federal high courts all over the place. Someone can go to federal high court in Ilorin, someone can go to federal high court Badagry, and just file a case. That the judge's duty is to look at the papers before him. He's not supposed to go to the Federal High Court head office and asking, did anybody, the PDP file any case?
But then, you know, I'm happy we're talking about this. How about abuse of the judicial system?
It is not an abuse.
It is not an abuse of the judicial system.
It is not.
Where anybody can run into any court and file any motion, sue anybody and do anything.
There's nothing the judges can do about it, actually.
How about if we streamline our judicial system to the point
I don't
where...
what you mean by
streamlining to the point that, okay, let us use the hospital as an example here. If someone is sick, you have a medical history. Even if you go on to another hospital for maybe a second opinion, you go with your history, isn't it?
That is if you want to.
If you want to.
Yeah, you don't have to. And the doctor there, if you don't go with it, will not know. You will not know. There's no way you will know.
But then why hide facts? I don't know if
politicians have, the normal thing that should have happened is, like I said, Sheriff filed his judgment in Abuja, and the PDP was aware. They didn't like it.
So they should have gone to the same court rather than go to another one.
But beyond ask it to be set aside. If they don't set it aside, you go upstairs. There's a hierarchy of court until the Supreme Court. You don't go to another court that has the same jurisdiction.
With that same
file another case. There's no way the man in Port Harcourt will know what. Even if he knows what is happening, he doesn't have the facts before.
Beyond the role of politicians,
he only decides what is filed in front of him.
Beyond the role of politicians here, we see a situation whereby the same case was taken to two different high courts, and it came back with two different results. It was, interestingly, both courts relied on the same... Just a minute, barrister.
Okay.
Both courts relied on the same tax receipt that was presented to them by Governor
I'm not
Abia.
aware of that. Because
And then
the problem,
they came up with two different
the problem
results.
with court rulings is that you need to be more circumspect. People are very, very funny. There are what they call ratio decidendi. What did they argue before the court? What did they file before the court? It may not be the same as what they filed in another court. If a guy, like I said, if a guy knows that there's a judgment in Abuja, he doesn't want to go there. He probably knows that if he goes to Abuja, he may not be able to get. He goes to another court and he files.
What is responsible for that? While certain courts.
Politicians are funny.
So you're saying
he goes
that
to another
judges-
court and then he couches his case in another different manner.
Are you saying
the judge
that-
is likely to come to a different decision? Because before you can say that, you must prove that everything that was before Abuja is the exact same thing that was before this man.
What is responsible for that? That's exactly the question.
I told you now,
Oh, you're saying
of
we
us.
have judges who are vulnerable to...
No, they're not vulnerable. What I'm telling you is that a judge decides
Based on what is right before him.
He cannot go outside that.
Okay.
That is, you can't say, well, I had it on TV yesterday that Emmanuel Majebi said it's not part of evidence. What is before him, what is given before him, that's what he decides on.
Okay.
He can't go outside.